Hello students. So far we have discussed the rise of Jainism and Buddhism, and today we will be discussing our last topic, that is decline of Buddhism and Jainism. So Buddhism and Jainism were a religion that not only rose in prominence but they also declined. They also suffered. They also had to lose to Hinduism in a way. So basically, Buddhism and Jainism they rised a lot, but in time they declined as well. So we will discuss about how Buddhism and Jainism declined. So let's discuss how they came under the hammer. Buddhism declined due to internal and external factors. Buddhism, what is internal factor? Internal factor was basically inside the Buddhism. What was happening inside the Buddhism religion in itself, what was happening in the Sangh, what was happening in the monasteries, these were the internal factors, were the reasons how Buddhism declined, and also external factors. There were external significance as well, which made external that outside factors, those outside factors, how they led to the decline of Buddhism. It became increasingly unpopular because serious conflicts arose within the Sangha after the formation of the Hinayana and Mahayana sect. We have discussed about Sangha, that is the community of enlightened ones. So what happened? There was differences that started arising in the Sangha. Why differences started arising in the Sangha? Because Mahayana and Hinayana sects were formed. Buddhism was divided into two sects. So these two sects were the reason that Sangha started having quarrels and they have their difference of opinions. So because Mahayana was a greater vehicle and Hinayana was the lesser vehicle, so what happened? In the lesser and greater vehicle there was a divide, and Sangha, they disagreed to most of the points. The Buddhist form of worship became ritualistic and rigid. Buddhist form of worship also became ritualistic. That they started doing certain rituals, they started doing certain practices that were very rigid. The Sanghas accumulated wealth and the monks became more materialistic and even corrupt. The Sangha used to gain their wealth from traders. So they started accumulating wealth, which means they started acquiring wealth and storing it or hoarding it. So what happened? They became richer, and also the enlightened men and women, the Sanghas, they became also corrupt. They became rich and corrupt. The Buddhist monks adopted Sanskrit and discontinued the use of Pali. What happened? That Buddhist monks, they were teaching in the language which was common to everyone, the Pali language. But what they did instead, they adopted Sanskrit now. So they started teaching in Sanskrit, which was not a common language. It was not the language of common people. So Buddhism also became unpopular in a way. They gradually lost touch with the common people. So what happened? In time, they lost touch with the common people. The common people, Buddhism stopped appealing to the common people, and common people stopped taking part in the Buddhism process. At the same time, some developments in Hinduism weakened the popularity of both Buddhism and Jainism. During the same time, there were some developments. Hinduism started redefining itself. Hinduism started a new lease of life of itself. So these development, they weakened the popularity of Buddhism and Jainism. So since Hinduism revamped itself, the Buddhism and Jainism, they lost their sheep. Hindu saints introduced reforms in the beliefs and practices of Hinduism. So Hindu saints, they started adopting reforms, which means they started doing changes to the beliefs and practices of Hinduism. They now preached devotion and discouraged meaningless rituals and sacrifices. So what did Hindu saints say? They would more practice devotion. Devotion is basically your touch with the God, your connection with the God. So they said you make your devotion strong and stop doing unimportant ritualistic and sacrifices. They stopped. There used to be a time when there were sacrifices of animals, sacrifices of such things that were used during in Hinduism. So they stopped doing it. So they stopped sacrifices. They stopped meaningless rites and rituals and prayers. The Bhakti saints of the later years advocated a caste-free society. Also, the Bhakti saints who came in the later year, they advocated a caste-free society. They said there should not be any caste. So these Bhakti saints were also Hindus. Hinduism accepted Lord Buddha as an avatar of Lord Vishnu. So according to Hinduism, Lord Buddha is an avatar of Lord Vishnu. I think it is the 8th avatar. 8th avatar is Lord Buddha. The rulers of the large parts of India patronized Hinduism. Also, the rulers of the large parts of India, the rulers or the kings, they patronized Hinduism. They supported Hinduism. So, this we come to the end of the chapter. We will be discussing a new chapter in our next class. Have a good day, students.